exactly was the Apostle Paul such a fan of singleness? I think this question resonates in the minds of many Christians, and I want to give you a multifaceted answer. First and foremost, Paul saw singleness as an opportunity to be wholly devoted to the service of the Lord, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing, to be wholly devoted to the service of the Lord. Let everyone hear this loud and clear. On our family renewal weekend, get it tattooed across your back. Marriage is not an essential element for happiness, fulfillment, and purpose. Marriage is not an essential element for happiness, fulfillment, and purpose. Serving Christ is the believer's ultimate satisfaction. And Paul knew that. Paul lived that. And so Paul preached that. And I'm so glad he did. Secondly, and not insignificantly, Paul himself had been granted the gift of celibacy. Paul had been granted the gift of celibacy. 1 Corinthians 7:7. Yet Paul encouraged marriage because Paul recognized not everyone had this gift. And you might say, well, what's the gift of celibacy? It's a gift of sexual and relational contentment. It's a gift from God of sexual and relational contentment, and it undergirded Paul's singleness. Do you know this? Paul was not a frustrated single. And church family, we need to hold ourselves in check. Do you know that every single that we meet, they're not sitting there frustrated by not being married? Now, you, because you haven't been given the gift of celibacy, you might say, well, I just don't know how that's possible. I so much wanted to be married. I so much wanted to have kids. So much wanted to have a wife, etc., etc. Well, great, that's true for you. But others are actually gifted by God with a contentment in these things, and it liberates them to spend the entirety of their energies undistracted and totally devoted to the Lord.